In this video, I'm going to show you how to add extra files to your component. Now these are at the page level, so will be stored in an assets folder and will not be processed by the Elements language parser. So let's get into it. Now I've got my component here. This is the Wibble pack we've worked with before, and I've got my Wobble component. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start creating the folder structure for where we want to store our files. So new folder, and I'm going to call this one assets. Next up, we need another folder, and this is called page, because these files that we're adding here are assets that will be stored at the page level. Now inside of here, let's add our JavaScript file. So we'll just call this one alert.js. Perfect. So now we've set up this structure and we've got an empty JS file. I'm just going to go and grab some JavaScript from over here that we want to include. This is just a simple JavaScript function, and this will display an alert when the button is clicked. So let's save this. So we've got that in there. So now when we export our website, this would be included. But we're not doing anything with the file yet. We need to reference it. So we need to do a couple more things. The first thing we need to do is create a hooks file. So I'm going to do new file, hooks.js, and I'm creating this file so that we can pass through the URL to the JavaScript file. So let me just copy this code here, and I'm going to paste this into the hooks file. Now this is available on GitHub, so you can download this and just copy and paste this code yourself. Now this will pass through the asset path for us. So in our template file, we can use this property here to get us the link into where the asset is stored. So we're going to copy a bit more HTML here, and I'm going to paste this into my template file. And this is just a simple on-click alert for the button. Let me save this, and if I go over to our, let me just save the hooks file. If I go back over to our file, you can see we've now got this button here that says click me. Put an exclamation on the end of there, save. You can see this flashes and this updates here. Now we need one last thing, because we're not actually including the JavaScript yet. So what I've got here, I've got a couple of things. Now this is the script that links to the file. You can see I'm using a double open curly brackets with the asset path in it, then / alert.js, and that will link to this file here because we want to load that in. Now I could just paste this into the HTML and use that, but we also, I'm using the portal function, and this will transport this script tag up into the end of the head. So when the site is processed and it's exported or preview, rather than this script being in line, it will be transported to the head of the HTML file. We've also got a parameter in here saying include once, set to true. So even if I add 10 Wobble components to my page, it will only ever include this JS script once, which is perfect, which is exactly what I want. So let's save this file. And now let's go and preview this in the browser. Let's open that up. And so now when I click this button, you can see the alert shows. And that's how we include files in the assets folder. Really straightforward. You can include anything you want. Just remember to, if you want to get the asset path, you need to add this hooks.js file. And then you can reference it like this, and you can use them wherever you want. And then the portal's really handy for transporting these files to where you want. For example, you might have a PHP file in here, and you can transport that to the top of the page above all of the HTML tags if that's what you need. All right, I hope you found this useful, and I will see you in the next one.